big sport by 2024.
Cornhole! Cornhole! Hey, today I'm going to teach you how not to suck at cornhole. The first thing I'm going to talk about is your initial setup. As you can see, I've got one cornhole board here. Nothing fancy, but we love it because every time we have somebody over to play cornhole, they autograph the board. So it's great for nostalgia. So I've got one cornhole board here and then one over there. They're directly opposite each other, lined up. So the other cornhole board is right behind us. 8 cornhole bags, both opposing colors. So we've got 4 blue, we've got 4 red. And you need to make sure that you're nice and relaxed. I always go with a good old bottle of Pinot Grigio. Awesome. If any of you are wondering what to get me for Christmas, just remember Nan loves Pinot Grigio. Alrighty, let's go over some tips next on how not to suck at cornhole. The first thing you want to do is get to know your cornhole board. This one feels pretty smooth to me, so I'm going to keep that in mind as I get ready to show you how to throw a good cornhole bag. Okay, the first tip when you're throwing a cornhole bag is to make sure you hold it correctly. The worst thing you want to do is hold it like this by the tip. A lot of people want to do this, or they want to grab it, right? What you want to do is it needs to lay flat like this. That way you can get some loft in the air, and when it hits the cornhole board, it stays. So let me show you and give you an example of a poorly executed throw and one that is good. So let's take a look at what happens when you throw one like this. You have no control, and it doesn't end up on the cornhole board. However, lay one flat. There you go. Tip number 2. You want to really take care of the loft of your throw. So the higher, as I mentioned, the better, because it'll pretty much stick to the board and stay where you throw it. If you throw it low, again, you don't get much loft and it'll go skidding right off the board. So let me try and show you an example of each, okay? So again, you're going to hold your cornhole bag flat, and let's go with just kind of a low throw. Barely made it onto the cornhole board, right? However, if you get a nice long loft, let's see what happens. There you go. Alrighty, the last thing I'm going to talk about is how you score. Again, you've got 2 teams, in this case a blue team and a red team. And what you do is you do total points at the end. So I have this all set up. You can see this red cornhole is in the hole, and that is worth 3 points. Any cornhole bags that are on the surface are worth 1 point. However, if they're off the board, they're not worth any points. And you take the total score. So we're going to count up the red. The red has 3 points for being in the hole, plus 1 for being on the board. That's 4 points. And then you can see there's 4 blue ones on the cornhole board, which is worth 4 points. So in this case, 4 minus 4 is zip. So it's a tie. Nobody gets a point. However, let's say there was 1 extra red one on. Then you would have 5 points for the red, 4 for the blue, so 1 total point for the red. It's as easy as that. First thing, one that gets to 21 wins. So you just keep a running total. However, don't drink too much of your favorite beverage where you forget the score, or otherwise have a scorekeeper. So follow me on over here. This is it. This is a good, lovely day to play cornhole. In fact, might be a good day for me to take off, since I've got my favorite beverage here, my favorite person videotaping me. Maybe we'll take the rest of the day and just play some cornhole. Until I see you again, Happy cornholing. Enjoy, have fun, and be safe.
Good for your soul. Cornhole. An Olympic sport by 2000.